In this life is nothing more than a journey of time full of events that can impact, fashion, and mold each of us. That's the testaments of life that we all share, which stitches the fabric of the books of individual lives, and this is their story. In their own words, it's raw, uncut, unfiltered, and in their own truth. This is My Story by Ordinary People. Hello, and thank you for tuning in on tonight's episode of My Story by Ordinary People with me, Azana Fuqua. On tonight's edition, we will have a one-on-one conversation with a young woman whose pursuit of healthiness that has gone wrong. Please welcome Tamela.
Hi, I'm Tamela. I'm from Tennessee. I'm a survivor of a botched surgery here in Tennessee, and this is my story. In the beginning, all I wanted was just to be healthy. Be healthier than I was. To lose weight. To have the freedom, I guess you can say, a smaller, petite person will have. And in the end, I have gotten none of those things. Growing up, I wasn't so big. I was an average sized child. However, until around about the 8th grade, my mom decided it was time for birth control. That first injection, I went from, I want to say like a 12 to a 16, and just another injection. After that, the weight just kept growing. So after my first marriage disintegrated, I decided to have weight loss surgery. I was 399 pounds. I tried a personal trainer. I actually gained more weight because I wasn't sleeping 8 hours or eating 3 meals a day. All those factors play into you actually losing weight. I actually gained around about 30 pounds going to the gym for about 8.5, 9 months. So I decided to go ahead and sign up. I had some co-workers that had did it, and I got some advice, and thinking back, she was like, don't do it. I didn't listen. You have those moments where it's like, I just want to be okay. I just wanted to be healthy. The doctors kind of gave me a scare with the, your mom's paralyzed, you got high blood pressure and diabetes that run on both sides of your family, and you're overweight, and you'll never be able to have a child on your own if you don't get the weight off. So that was their recommendation. So I did it, but I didn't have any comorbidities. I didn't have high blood pressure, no diabetes, no problems. I did have carpal tunnel. I typed a lot. I did do hair, so those kind of come with the territory, but no major illnesses were known at the time. So in 2014, I decided to have surgery. Well, after the 2013 1 year of, you have to see a physical therapist, the nutritionist, the psychologist. You have to go through a lot. And I tell people now, if you're in a position where you don't have to, all that time you spend going to psychologists and nutritionists, you could be working on yourself, because it's really more about how you feel about you. The best way to get ahead on something is to know yourself first. So going forward, I did the whole process. My initial surgery was February the 3rd of 2014. That morning I was excited. You know, I thought, to me, this was the beginning of the rest of my life. I was, you know, the commercials, you know, you want to enhance your life and all of that come down, and we gonna help you, and we've helped this many people, and you believe it. You know, that's the hype. You believe it. But they don't tell you the downside of getting cut on, especially in your abdominal area. It's it's a reason why you can't have more than 3 C-sections, and it becomes a danger. It's a reason for those things. So imagine being cut on, and okay, so my initial surgery was February the 3rd. Went home after the 2-day period. You know, got a tube in you. You have to go back in a week so you can switch your diet, etc. Went in the next week, and when he pulled the tube out, I screamed. And he was like, well, that wasn't supposed to hurt. And I was like, well, it just feel like you just ripped something out of me. So that did hurt. You know, needless to say, 2 days later, I had the chills. Something was wrong. I couldn't keep my food down. And I had just started a cream soup diet. So I wasn't sure if it was dead or, you know, I didn't know what was going on. My niece called him, and he was like, get her to the ER immediately. Well, I was in emergency surgery that night / morning. It's kind of like most of my procedures were done off the books, and when a lot of people weren't around, it wasn't during office hours, or, you know, it'd be like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, like odd things. After that surgery, the prognosis was I had a gastric sleeve leak. And that had only happened to another patient of his. And she just went, I want to say, 4 weeks without food or water, and hers, you know, healed up. Well, I went 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks actually, without food or water, not even a sip of water, and mine didn't heal up. It required him to open me up for surgery number 3. I had went home. No, I did. Yes, I did. I went home. I think it was for Easter. And I was with my family, and, you know, I was on a soft food diet. And this is after the 6-week period where I couldn't have, you know, food or water. So I was released on a soft food diet. I had, I think, a little dressing that was watered down, and some green beans and a little potato, you know, something real small. But I was thankful to be able to eat something and spend time with my family. You know, being in the hospital for a long time isn't good for anyone. I'll just say that. Well, the next day, I wasn't feeling well, and the pain kept increasing to the point where I couldn't drive. Like, it was overwhelming me, and I didn't feel right on the inside. When I got to the hospital, I went back into emergency surgery, But this time when I woke up, I was choking. I was actually choking on my own feces, so you could say, which required another surgery that was in radiology that's not recorded as well. um, it's so much that come with this territory that it's overwhelming in all directions. And because I am an accountable person, I can't allow someone to not be accountable for their actions. A procedure that I thought would enhance my life, so when God did bless me with a child, I will have less weight and be able to run around and enjoy life with them. My son is 5 and I don't have that freedom. Like right now I'm swole. It's very agitating. While I was in the hospital after that last surgery, he found a doctor in St. Louis that was willing to sew my stomach up. They had different technology. They're more advanced there than they are here in Tennessee. But by then I had a G and a J tube. Like you can still see the hole. It doesn't matter what I have on. What girdle device, you'll still see that little indent where that G and that J tube was. Those are scars that I can never get rid of. They'll always be a part of who I am. My son wouldn't be here without marijuana. The severe nerve damage, the vomiting episodes, numerous trips to the hospital, losing everyone that I thought would never go away did. Sometimes people can't accept when something bad has happened to someone. They don't know what to say, so instead of saying something or just being there, they don't say anything, or they push themselves away. Yeah, everyone I've lost has been A1 day one. People that I thought would never go anywhere regardless of what was going on, because we had weathered so much together. Didn't work. The pain will keep me from talking to anyone. I try not to eject negative energy out there to others when I'm feeling bad. Like now, I'm not me. That pain is slapping me around, but I refuse to quit. That's been my problem when I'm in this much agony on the inside. I'm trying to force something else out when on the outside. And sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't hide it. Sometimes I can't dress it up. I can't mask it. Sometimes it is what it is. But one thing about me, I show up. I don't let it, I keep going. Even through the pain, I push through it. Whether if I have to pull up on the side of the road or drive myself to I undid it all. You name it, I've done it. I've been rejected by over, 80 doctors. You know, doctors and lawyers run in the same circle. And I'm very vocal about what has happened to me. So if I go into an office and on the history. I'm saying this, they come in and say, you know, Miss, we can't see you. No explanation. No, you haven't even looked. It doesn't matter. There are consequences to your actions. You can't think that you're bigger than people. You're supposed to be here to serve the people, not to take from the people and get away with it, live off of it, you know, be able to care for your children and their grandchildren. And I can't even care for my son because the life I once had was stripped from me. So I know that that wasn't God's purpose. His purpose is for me to do what I'm doing. And if I don't speak out, then I won't be doing what he wants me to do. That's why it's been so challenging to get this one video recorded when this is the second time we've tried to do it. The first time I was smaller, I was okay, I was happy, I had everything together. But see, there's still can you still pull it together even when everything ain't together? If I could only tell you what has occurred in the last week, it's been difficult for me and my family. However, I'm still here. Whether it's perfect, whether it's not, I know this gonna touch somebody. To stop somebody from making that decision that, hey, I just think I need this and that. Do you really? Or are you always on social media and then you want what you see? Are you being yourself? Or are you trying to mimic someone else? I've never tried to be like anybody else. There's one thing I haven't tried to do. I'm too good at being me to try to be anybody else. And when people will get that in there, I don't follow the ship. I'm leading or driving the ship. It's a big difference. These surgeries have did a number on every aspect of my life. Not just, you know, not being able to work or live the type of way that you lived before you had children, and now you can't do the things that you used to do because of someone else's mistake. That's like a pill that you don't swallow that one. And because I teach my son, who's 5 now, to be accountable for his actions, what type of mother would I be to not show up and make someone else be accountable for their actions so he can have a better life? I didn't ask to be put in this situation. I didn't ask to have to endure the things I've endured. I didn't ask for those things. But God knew I was strong enough to handle them. Because if not, I wouldn't be here. So, my story of, like, it's been a long journey to sit in a spot for 7 years and pray and meditate, and all you want is to be halfway pain-free so you can be able to do the things that you enjoy doing or that bring you joy. Not be subject to someone else's beliefs of what you should be doing or what you can't do. It's challenging to be in an intimate relationship with me because of the weight gain and the throbbing and the pressure. It's impossible, really. And when I'm 40 pounds overweight. Now, if you catch me before I get to the 40 pounds, we might be halfway in there. But right now, it's a big focus on me getting better and my son. Yeah. When you be by yourself for so long, it affects your mental in every way. That's just the physical side of the surgery. Mentally, I've been diagnosed with PTSD and severe anxiety, and I am disabled, and it's too much. It's too much that I didn't sign up for. My list shouldn't be long like a grocery list. It's supposed to be short. It's how it was in the beginning. But because of someone else's mistake, I've been in this situation. I've been homeless. I want to say 3 times. We've lived in a hotel for months where, to my son, we was on a staycation in the city so we can have date nights and swim together after football practice. You know, it's not what happens to you, it's how you handle the situation. It's your resilience to get something done. It's your attitude towards the situation and towards others. And self-mastery is the key. I can't step in the limelight and say, hey, you should try doing this if I haven't tried those things myself. If I haven't went through the storm and came out on the other side. Living is everything when you have children. It should be the reason you get up and fight. It's the reason why, above all, you are there for them. For me, I questioned God the first 3 years of my son's life. Like, why? Why would you give him to me and I'm so broken? Why would you give him to me when I can't do the things that I was once able to do? For others, but not for me, not for my son. Y'all, please excuse me. That's why I say these pains are at random and they do what they want. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is the second time we've shot this interview. Because the first time, it somehow was deleted. See, the enemy has been trying to shut me up for a long time. See, if you keep me boggled down in pain, then I can't properly think straight to be able to tell you what I've been through. If I'm hurting so bad that I can't function, or I didn't get any sleep last night because of pain, and I woke up on 45% versus 75%, I can't accomplish the goal. But I fasted longer than Yahweh himself. 4.5 months is a long time not to have a sip of water. It's things that broke in me that I don't think was ever repaired from me experiencing that trauma. My PTSD is very real. My anxiety is real. Going to grocery stores and it's real. I even go in with headphones on. They don't help. Some days it do, some days it don't. but experiencing life in pain makes you see things different. Just taking a short walk is different. How the sun comes out, you look at it a different way. How the wind blows through the trees, you view it a different way. Until you've been broken like that, you want to appreciate the things in life. The glass will always be half empty instead of half full. I just want to let you guys know that it's been a pleasure speaking with you today about some of the things I have overcome despite all obstacles. Despite the fact of living through this traumatic experience and still being a blessing to other people. We are blessed to be blessings. Always remember that. My name is Tamela from Tennessee, and I'm a survivor of a botched surgery here in Tennessee. And this has been my story.
What an unfortunate story for one individual to have to take accountability for others' actions that she has put her trust in. The pursuit of healthiness that has gone wrong. Sometimes you have to do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Well, this has been another segment of My Story by Ordinary People with me, Azana Fuqua. Until next time, please be well, my friends. Someone you know have a story to share and would love to be a guest on My Story by Ordinary People with Azana Fuqua? Pretty Ugly Entertainment is currently accepting submission forms, so please click the link below in order to get more detailed information on how you can share your story as well.